Hello, Singaporeans and my viewers. We must be honest with ourselves. The general elections of 2025 has given the PAP even more power than before. What do you think? And with that, we must brace ourselves for tougher times ahead. Why? Because when one party checks itself, the people end up paying the price, like some say. Do you agree? Let's be very clear. In Parliament today, there is simply not enough opposition members. Without at least one-third of Parliament filled with opposition MPs, no PAP MP will ever dare to stand up against policies that hurt the people. Have you ever seen a PAP MP rise to vote against an unfair law or policies? Have you ever seen them challenge their own party member in Parliament? Yeah, let's not play with wood. Have you seen them before? Vote like against or challenge their own party member in Parliament? Of course not. They toe the party line every single time. And what do they get in return? Huge salaries, titles, and zero accountability, maybe. And let's not kid ourselves. Many of these PAP MPs, if they were in the private sector, will be considered average or even below average performance. What do you think? Yet in Parliament, they knock along, crap when told, and rubber stamp policies like it's a full-time job. That's not leadership. That's compliance. That's theatre. And sadly, it's a theatre where the people always lose. Now, credit when it's due, the Workers' Party and some opposition voices are trying. They debate, they argue, they raise points. But without the sufficient numbers, they can't stop anything. This is a true fact. They can't deter the PAP from bulldozing through policies no matter how unfair or unpopular. This is why we don't just need some opposition. We need strong opposition members in the Parliament, at least 40% in the Parliament from different opposition parties. A Parliament that reflects real diversity. That's why we need more opposition members from different political parties. Because when one party, any party, holds too much power for too long, the result is always the same. Arrogance, complacency, and mistakes that ordinary citizens are forced to pay for. Now, ask yourself, are you truly satisfied with how things are going right now? Look around. Rising costs, stagnant wages, sky-high housing prices, and the constant grinding stress in everyday life. For years, the PAP has conditioned us to believe that this is as good as it gets. But Singaporeans, let me tell you, our lives can be so much better than this. The PAP is very skilled at packaging their policies. They dress them up, polish them, and sell them to us as though they are the only solution. They make things look reasonably okay, but peel back the surface, and what do you see? Cracks, big cracks, cracks in our society safety nets, cracks in our housing policies, cracks in our future. And if we don't wake up, and if we don't demand real accountability and real oppositions in Parliament, one day it will be too late. When the damage is beyond repair, regret will not save us. This is not about being reckless. It is about being responsible. Responsible to our children, responsible to our future, and responsible to the Singapore we love. Democracy means choice. Democracy means accountability. Democracy means no single party should ever feel untouchable. The truth will reveal itself with time. But by then, will we regret giving away too much power to the PAP in GE2025? Will we look back and say we should have acted when we could? It is not too late. We still have the power to think, to question, and to act. Singapore belongs to all Singaporeans. It does not belong to only the PAP. And yes, we can still make a wise choice. We can vote differently in the next GE. We can say enough is enough. We can choose a Singapore where ordinary citizens have better lives, where leaders are accountable, where hope is real. Please don't be fooled again and again by the PAP's fear-mongering tactics. Don't let them convince you that change is dangerous when the real danger is doing nothing. Lastly, I would love to hear your thoughts. What kind of Singapore do you want to see? I am Ben Puah. Thank you.